I have more than one giant customer who
Mm-hmm.
is either using it or deploying it like right now and looking for like migrations people and all kinds of people.
I can understand it. It's everywhere, like, blowing right, and everyone just, uh, trying to hire a good people who have the SD-WAN knowledge. So in even the India and other country also have the same kind of requirement. If someone have the good SD-WAN knowledge, they are going to get very good opportunity in the market. Very good opportunity. All right, no
A lot
worry.
of people that don't know what to do and they're breaking stuff and people aren't happy because it's not working the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Mohammed Safi, Modit, Raja,
Hi,
Shamay.
good
Good
evening, sir.
evening to all. Yeah.
Good evening,
Who
sir.
joined with the name of PC? May I know your name, please, if you don't mind? I can say one person joined with name of the PC. May I know your name, sir, if you don't mind? So would it be great while
That might be me. I'll fix it.
no, no, yes, yes, might be he's in office, right, right. So I just wanted to know his name so I can just recognize and we can talk. Hi, Furkan. Hi, Anurag.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Okay, so hi, Manoj. Good evening.
Hi, hey,
Hi,
hi,
good evening.
good evening.
All right, good, good to see many new faces. All right, let me say my screen and then probably we'll start. We'll start with very interesting thing, right? We'll try to discuss uh, basic concept today because we just have to build our basic foundation and then we'll jump on the SD-WAN, right? But these all are going to related to SD-WAN only, right? Hi, Sah Sandeep. Hi, Madan. Good afternoon. Good evening. Okay, so here we go. Right. Good. Okay. So guys, Richard, just for your information, like we have one session prior to this session, but we haven't discussed anything. We just discussed about the course content, how the official course content we have, right? And what we are going to cover. So just it was a chart regarding the chit chat regarding the basic course content. So I'll quickly go through that. I'm not going to take much time on that because we have to start our actual learning. So I'll more focus on the actual learning. But yes, this is like course content throughout this SD-WAN session. I'm going to cover, right? These are the duration training methodology we'll discuss. That is not very important. Labs, definitely it's important. So you all are going to get a labs. But yes, these are the modules, right? And this is the module from the Cisco official documentation, which we prepared. So we are going to follow
Sir,
the
for
same.
how much we are going to get the lab access?
Lab access is going to be 2 month minimum, but if class is going to be extended to a half month, then it's going to be still their lab access. So that is a 2 month as per the program, the lab access. If you have any kind of the like requirement, few days, so you can just request with your counselor, they will help you. Okay, don't worry about that.
Sir, if someone want to get the access after the class, then it is possible or no?
Yeah, it is possible. You have to talk with the counselor. They will help you.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
okay,
So you
okay,
just have to touch with that. I'm not right person, so they will help you. Okay. All right. So these are the 6 module. Their architecture, controller deployment, router deployment, policies, and in the router deployment, also we have the two versions which have to discuss here. One is via the CLI, that is the command line interface. Another is the GUI, right? Which is the graphical user interface, which is the known as the vManage mode. So we'll have to understand what is the vManage mode deployment and what is the CLI mode deployment. And then policy is actually the brain of the SD-WAN. Definitely we have to put a lot of efforts on the brains because how the manipulation is going to happen end to end. And then we have to understand SD-WAN security, most of theoretically, right? Like what is the next generation firewall feature available in the SD-WAN? What is the quality of services? That is going to be practical sessions. And then we have to do some BOE operation management, operation, troubleshooting kind of stuff, OS upgradations. So these are the 6 modules we are going to cover. And in this 6 module, further we have the subtopics. Every module has been further classified with the subtopics. Like we can say we have to understand every component of the SD-WAN in the architecture section. So it's the most like theoretical sessions, but it is going to give you a lot of insights. What is the OMP, vSmart, vManage, vBond, and then controller deployment. Hello, Sachin, you want to ask something? Sachin, you want to ask something? Shall I mute you? All right. So we have to understand like controller deployment as well. What is my controller deployment? How we can host the controllers? What is the private cloud hosting? What is the public cloud hosting? That we have to understand. Is it required the really physical devices in terms of the controllers, or might be required the virtual devices? That also we have to understand how to spin the controller in the public cloud, in the private cloud. I'll show you the live demonstrations. And most important, how to do the certification, means how to get the serial number of the controller, and based on that serial number how I can do the certification steps. For that, my one vEdge router can talk to another vEdge router via IPsec tunnel. And also we have to understand how my controller can validate my all devices. Means if I talk about the validator, vBond is the validator. I'm going to take two names, vBond and validator. So we have to understand what is the vBond, what is the validator. And Anurag is saying, I can see first slide for a second. Is it for everyone? Slide is not moving. Are you guys able to see this controller deployment slides?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
easy one.
Yeah. So might be Anurag, you have only problem. Okay. So this is how it is going to be happen. Means we have to understand step by step certification part, controller deployment. And trust me guys, it's very important. I'll talk why it's very important, because one time opportunity, being a SD-WAN engineer, you have to do this job. Even let's suppose company want to build the SD-WAN's fabric, then controller deployment is just one time job. It is not going to happen day by day. So in production, it's a very less chance probability you are going to learn this controller deployment, because might be Cisco is going to do by themselves, or might be your solution architect are going to deploy, or consultant are going to do on behalf of the companies. So once the controller deployment has been done, rest cutover, migrations, and the router onboarding, that is going to happen by your implementation engineers, or might be the your network engineers who is going to work on that particular project. So we are going to do the live deployment. I will show you the step-by-step process, how my topology is going to integrate this controller, where you can see the vManage, vBond, vSmart, and root CA. And we'll try to understand in very detail, step by step, how these are going to be configured, and certification is going to happen, so they can validate to each other, and also they can validate to the other branch location vEdge and CS devices. Okay, so this is definitely we are going to discuss. And then further, sorry, then further we have to go and discuss about the vanish. I'm going quickly because it's like just a course content. I don't want to repeat too much time. So this is like zero touch provisioning, circuit termination, tail location, dynamic tunnel, underlay versus overlay, configuration OMP, configured TLOC, VRRP, OSPF, BGP, like multicast concept, policies, VPN segmentation, topologies. So these policies, then we have the security and quality services. So you have to understand some great feature of the security like IPS module, IDS module, advanced malware potential AMP, URL filtering, SSL and TLS proxy, application aware enterprise firewall, DNS security, secure internet gateway, and then we have the QS treatment and the vanish, how it is going to apply scheduling, queuing, SEPing, policy, marking, port and QS, and how it is actually going to be tested by using the localized and centralized policies. So this also will understand. Okay. And the last module we have the just do the troubleshooting stuff like how to do the software upgradations, monitoring, reporting, and some real-time troubleshooting and all. So this is the course content that has been designed by the official Cisco, right? And if you want to learn more about that, what you have to do that you just have to go on Google, and after going on Google, you just have to search about the Cisco SD-WAN certifications. So if you're going to get, they are going to find this is your certification, this is the exam you are going to get here, and this is a certification. So wait, wait down. It's not open. I will not open fully.
And do you need to do like your CCNA or CCNP or anything to qualify for this, or you can go and just do this?
I am just going to just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'm going to tell that. So this is exam code implementing Cisco SD-WAN solution. So this is known as 300-415, and we have to book this exam, and based on that, you can just give that exam. So if you talk about examination fee, that is going to $300, right? And what is a prerequisite, right? So if you want to give the Cisco SD-WAN, so there are one in-core exam. You want to become the Cisco certified professional, means you want to become the CCNP enterprise. So to become the CCNP enterprise, you have to give the CCNP in core, and then you have to give this ENSDWI exam. Then you are going to become CCNP, like complete CCNP engineer. That is known as Cisco Certified Network Professional Enterprise Certification. So you have to, like I would recommend, let me go here in the Cisco certification roadmap, Cisco certification roadmap. And if I go here, let me click it. So you can see here. So the very first step, CCNA is going to be your first step where you are going to be uh, give the certification, and based on the certifications, what you're going to get, you're going to get entry level of the jobs and certification. But this is not your prerequisite to become the professional engineer, right? Even you have not done CCNA and you want to go with a CCNP in core, you can do that. But you want to become the complete CCNP engineer, that professional engineer, along with the CCNP in core, you have to choose any of the certification. And here is the your SD-WAN certification. You can go with the in core, you can go with the NRC, and based on that, you can become the complete CCNP. So the prerequisite is you do not have to pass CCNA, but you must become the full CCNP engineer. You must have to pass this first exam, then you have to choose additional exam, that is SD-WAN, to become the complete CCNP professional engineer. Means if you want to become Cisco certified network professional, so either you go with the CCNP NRC or in core, or might be you want to go CCNP in core plus SD-WAN, that is also possible. Is it clear? Richard, you got it? Any follow-up?
So basically, you have to get like the CCNP Encore, and then you can take the SD-WAN test.
Yes. Here
Okay.
is a core exam you have to must give this core exam, and you can choose another sub exam. Okay.
So if I know the material for the CCNP Encore, then I'll definitely be okay to do my CCNA. So I can almost concentrate on the CCNP because I'm an experienced engineer. So I probably know most of the stuff in CCNA anyway. Pass those two, and then I can do the SD-WAN.
Yes, definitely. CCNA is not a prerequisite. So anyhow, you can skip. Even you are going to write direct this exam, you can write this exam without CCNA. There is no prerequisite. Earlier it was, but now it is not prerequisite.
Okay.
But if you want to become a CCI, that this is a prerequisite. You must have to pass this in core exam. Even you want to become the CCI engineer, so you must have to clear CCNP in core. This is the exam, and then you have to give this CCI Enterprise Infrastructure Lab as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So any other question, guys, regarding certification, or everyone is okay? Any question?
No, if you have, CCNP, CCI written exam, okay, you passed one of the CCI written exam.
Mm-hmm. So this
That
is
is,
the in-core is CCI written, and you can say now it's a lab also included. So if you want to become CCI written, you have to give this exam only. So you want to appear in the CCNP Enterprise, either CCNP Enterprise Infrastructure, or you want to become the CCI wireless engineer. In both scenario, you have to pass this exam. This is a prerequisite. So you can consider this is the CCI written exam as well.
no, actually, no, actually, CCI, the data center, okay, that CCI data center written exam, okay, if you pass that exam, is it okay?
No, if you want to become
Let
CCI
me tell
data
you the
center,
number.
yes. So if you want to pass the CCI data center, then you have to clear this exam. D core. See, this is the D
Yeah,
core. So this is
okay.
in core is not for CCI data center. If you want to clear in core, then you only eligible for the CCI infrastructure and CCI wireless. Clear?
No, what I'm saying that CCI data center written exam, if you pass CCI data center written exam, can you will you be able to give this SD1 exam?
Oh, you are talking. So no, we have this exam. So if you're going to give that, then these are the data center related. You have to pass this in core only for this one. So
Okay.
CCNP, yeah, you have to go there. So professional level certification you want to become, right? So any professional level certification you want to do that, you have to go one core exam plus one concentration exam. That's the prerequisite. So CCNP data center, you want to become a professional. So then you have to do D core, and along with that, you can do this DCID, DCIT, DCACI. This exam you can give that. Clear? Okay. So shall I move next? If everyone is happy, can I move next? Okay. So I'm just considering all okay. I'm moving next. Let's talk about some basic things. Before I go and explain the SD-WAN concept, we have to understand some basic fundamental terminologies. Guys, please mute yourself. I request everyone, please mute yourself. This is my humble request. Because it's very important, even it's a part of the syllabus. Why it's important? Let me show you. So if I go here, we have the concept of the underlay versus overlay connectivity. So why I'm talking this right now, this topic, because we have to build our solid foundation. Once we have the very solid foundations, then only we can build a solid SD-WAN network, right? So this is my key concept where I just want to focus, and you guys also have to understand along with me. So the first questions, if I would like to ask, underlay versus overlay. Anyone know what is the difference between underlay versus overlay? Probably you can unmute yourself, and if you want to contribute, you can give that. What is the underlay and what is the overlay?
So I'm assuming it's like the difference between like layer two and layer three, or like in MPLS, the kind of the IPsec versus the routing that is on top of it.
Yeah, that's very close. IPsec versus MPLS, or you're talking about the normal IP, right? Normal IP routing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What else, guys? Yeah. What
Sir,
is
underlay like basic connectivity, like we configure OSPF, BGP, any other routing protocol.
very nice. Very basic connectivity, like static routing or dynamic routing. Okay.
The underlay communication is not secure, and to make it secure, we need the another layer of the communication by putting the some security protocol, just like the IPsec, MVPN, DMVPN, OMPS,
Mhm.
to make the communication secure.
Very nice. Good. Right. Any other? What is underlay versus overlay?
Sir, underlay, that means one-to-one connectivity, means one device to another device is the physical connectivity. And when it comes to overlay, it's a tunnel interface connectivity, I mean the bridge.
Okay. Very good, Raja. Very good. What else? Anyone else want to say something? I can say here almost 14, 15 people. Anyone else? Do you guys know what is underlay? What is overlay? Have you heard about anything? I really appreciate who just contributed. Okay, just let me draw one of the diagram and then we'll try to, I can see some answer in the chat as well. Madan is saying underlay is IBS. That's good, Madan. I really appreciate it. So let's think about, we have the one of the branch here. This is my branch one site. And we have the another branch. This is a branch two site, right? They probably have some, just taken the example, they have the router. They also have the router. And in between, we have the internet provider who is going to give the internet connectivity of this router. Further behind the router, we are going to connect the switch, right? This switch have the end devices. This is also going to build a switch. And these are going to build the end devices. Make sense? There could be some private address of subnet, might be 10.10.10.0/24, and here might be have subnet is 172.16.10.0/24. Now, if I want to make them communicate toward the internet, do you guys think it is possible to just make the communication from the private to private? Just the basic things I want to discuss. If
No,
this
sir.
private subnet want to talk to this private over the internet, it's possible or not? If possible, then how it is possible? If not, then why it not possible? I would like to understand. Anyone?
It's
No, sir,
impossible
not possible.
until you build a tunnel or something.
Yeah. So one answer is not possible.
Not without additional
That is the
configuration.
possible, right? Via tunnel. Okay, which tunnel you are talking, Richard? Can you just give
You can
some?
do MPLS, you can do IPsec, you can do SSL VPN, just something to get the two in the same place so that they can talk.
Okay, very good. So any other version, guys? Now, Richard, for you, you mentioned, like I mentioned, this is my internet circuit, right? So do you think this MPLS is going to relevant for this internet? Just out of the box.
Oh, no, not out of the box.
No, it's not going to make sense, right? It's the internet, right?
Nope.
Yeah, so this is not relevant. Yeah, this is the very close, but MPLS is, when I talk about the MPLS, that means my provider have the MPLS provider.
Mhm.
That is going to make the separate connectivity, and that is going to be your different layer 3 VPN connectivity. So we have to
Mhm.
understand even the MPLS, what is MPLS, because we have the very fancy definition also, MPLS versus SD-WAN. So we'll try to explore that also. What is the MPLS versus SD-WAN connectivity? So we'll
Well,
discuss.
and with MPLS, everything is static. With SD-WAN, you can do dynamic on at the sites.
Okay, we'll discuss later. Okay, let's
Yeah.
focus on this story, then we'll discuss. Okay. So guys, we are trying to understand the first answer is not possible to make the communication. That's also correct, right? Why it not possible? Because this is the private subnet, right? And this is the private subnet. And private subnets are not routable over the internet. So if you want to make the communication, it's not possible. So this answer is also 100% correct. It's not wrong answer. So don't afraid while you're giving the answer, right? but we'll try to figure out the logic, why it's right, why it's wrong. So if I want to make the communication from the private to public, we have to do some NAT, basic network address translation, then only it is possible. But if you want to do private to private communication, then without NAT it is not possible. So NAT is absolutely fine. But if I do the NAT, what is going to happen? My packet is going to live from this PC, and after leaving this PC, it is going to hit to the circuit wire, and via this wire it is going to process to another branch location. Just think, I have done the NAT and I'm just trying to do the FTP, or might be telnet traffic, which is non-secure traffic. Just think about. So I'm sending this site data to this site via the file transfer, which is the non-secure, not SFTP. Generally in companies we do that. So because I have done the NAT here, so my private to public translation happens. Here also I perform the NAT, then private to public translation happen. But when I send the actual traffic from this PC to this PC, I want to transfer the file. This file is going to travel via the wire. So if it is going to travel via the wire, any hacker sitting here, might be he is the hacker, very bad hacker, which is known as the man in the middle, who is sitting on the internet, who will try to snip your traffic. He will try to snip your packet, and he will get every information what you are sending or what you are receiving. That's the problem, right? Because we are using the public network, and public network, you are going to share every information from any source to any destination, right? And when you're going to do that, in that situation, your traffic is always going to be compromised by any bad man who is sitting in the man in middle, which is the internet. So that's the problem. To solve this problem, how we can make sure, by using the public internet, even I can travel my traffic securely. Then there is another concept, might be this is a long story. I can just shortly talk about the underlay and overlay, but why I'm taking this story, so you can have the better understanding. I'll conclude that. What I can do, I can build some short of tunnels, and that tunnel might be, it is going to form between this router to this router, and this tunnel might be, it is going to be your IPsec tunnel, your SSL VPN tunnel, it is your DM VPN tunnel. This could be any tunnel. So now if I am going to send any traffic, which traffic is coming in the LAN, and it is going to process via this tunnel, so this tunnel is going to be very secure, and this man, this hacker sitting here, he never ever going to understand what is going to process through this tunnel, right? So in that situation, my traffic is going to be always secure, and that's why we build such VPN concept. These are known as the VPNs. That is a virtual private network, which virtual private network is going to make a confirmation whenever you want to send any traffic across public network, it is always going to be secure. And why we do that? Because MPLS, we do not require that much tunneling and all. MPLS is always going to your private network. Means these are the leased line, and leased line are the private to the company. So your company data is only going to travel, and here also from there to there, the leased line is your company. And here it is going. So nobody is sitting on the MPLS cloud who can see your data. It's not, because the private network. So just think about, you have to go in the airport from your house. There is two way. This is your home, right? One is the public path, and this is your airport. Just think about, this is your airport. This is the public path where multiple thousands of the cars are going there. So there is a high chance accident is going to be happen. But just think, you create your own path, and here only your car is going to travel to the internet. Airport. So nobody is going to see when you're going to airport, when you're backing, and there is no chance of the accident. Nobody is going to understand what kind of the things you are carrying along with you. But when you're going to travel with the public, it is always going to problem, because people are going to see you, because the public transport, public road is there. So similar way, public internet and internet is MPLS is going to make a difference in terms of the your packet communication.
One question, MPLS can only be performed with fixed IP, I mean lease line, we cannot use with dynamic.
MPLS generally we use the fixed line only, right? There are like if you want to use the dynamic IP, it is possible. Dynamic IP and fixed IP, that is a two different thing. Just assigning the IP, right? So IP can be assigned with dynamic, can be assigned with the static, both possible via the MPLS network only, and even the internet. But MPLS network concept is totally different. IP assignment could be anything, but MPLS network is just your private line. MPLS
but
is a
see,
private line, internet is a public line.
yeah, but lease lines are generally expensive. So can we not perform MPLS using dynamic DNS?
No, dynamic DNS. See, dynamic DNS is something different thing.
Yeah, okay.
Dynamic DNS, you're going in a different direction.
Mhm.
Dynamic DNS, DSCP, these are a different concept. They are not relevant here. These are the like DNS is something convert your IP to URL, IP to URL, or URL to IP, right?
Yeah,
Just mapping. And DSCP just assigning the IP address. These are two
correct.
different protocol, but here we're talking about different technology, MPLS in the internet.
Okay.
So these are not relevant in what context we are talking. Okay, clear? So we'll discuss this one. So did you guys understand till now MPLS in the internet? Any question? Okay, so now we understand the story. MPLS is quite costly. Internet is quite cheaper, and that's why you're going to build a tunnel. Now, if I want to build a tunnel, let's not talk about the MPLS. Let's focus on the internet connectivity. If I want to build a tunnel, let me clear this diagram. Let me draw new diagram just to better understanding. So let's suppose I want to build a tunnel. Okay. So this is my one router. This is my one router in between internet. Again, the same switch is going to be there. Switch is going to connect. Here is the PC LAN. Here is another switch. Here is the LAN. The same subnet. Just it's a 10x and 172x. Now you guys tell me, before I build a tunnel, what is the prerequisite? Do I need to take this public IPs? We need to configure this one IP here, another IP here, right? One IP here, another IP here, and this could be your public IP, right? This is also your public IP. So to build any tunnel between two routers, we required a basic IP reachability. Means, what does means basic IP reachability? Means, let's suppose I assign the IP address 122.16.10.10/24 here, and let's suppose you assign 11.11 here, and here you assign 123.10.10.11 here and .10 here. So 122 need to talk with 123.10.10.10 IP address. So you have the one packet. One packet have the source IP address, and you have the destination IP address. Source, let's suppose from here 122.16.10.10, you want to talk 123.10.10.10. So these must be communicate. So how you are going to make the communicate? We required some routing communication, routing protocol. Might be we are going to configure from router to ISP router. Might be we are going to run the BGP. or might be the static routing, right? Here also we are going to run either the BGP or might be the static routing, so that my end-to-end ping is going to be happen. Make sense? Is it make sense, guys? What I'm trying to make a point here, is it clear? Means if I want to make R1 should reach to another R1 via internet, then you have to do some routing, right? Yeah. What others? Richard, and what others? You guys understanding what I'm trying to make a point here?
Yes.
Yeah. So that means anything, let's suppose you are talking via the Zoom. That means your public IP and my public IP must be reachable over the internet. Then only you can talk. Then Zoom is going to make the connectivity between each other. If we are not going to make the communications, that means we do not have the reachability. So to build the basic connectivity, to build the basic IPv4 reachability between one router to another router, that is known as underlay. Is it clear? What is underlay? Means if I want to make two location reachable via the any transport via basic IP reachability via any IGP routing protocol, BGP protocol, that is known as the underlay. Is it clear? Give me thumbs up if you really understand. If you not understand, put your thumbs down.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. I really like. Now, we understand about the underlay. Now let's talk about the overlay. So underlay is the basic infrastructure you required. Let's suppose, take an example. You want to build one expressway. Expressway is a very high sophisticated roadway. Means might be I'm in USA. Let's suppose USA have two location. Might be the California or might be the we can take in a Dallas. Right? There's two locations. They might be the very far. But just take an example. So California or Dallas, right? So might be Trump want to make some very good road line between where many cars can run almost 200 kilometer per miles. So what is the first thing they require? They require the basic infrastructure. They have to identify from California to Dallas what is the route they have to follow. So they have to acquire the lands, right? On the land they have to do some kind of the basic constructions. They have to put some kind of the like concrete, some kind of the like any kind of the other materials, and then they have to build a very solid foundation, and then after that they have to design a very sophisticated road where they have to put very 10 lane 20 lane expressway where the cars are going to be run very fastly, and then they're going to provide the restrooms, they're going to provide the hotels, they're going to provide some kind of the luxury resorts, also some kind of the breakout area, some kind of the fuel stations, some kind of the lounges, so people can stay there overnight and all. So this is something to identify the basic infrastructure, to just make the outline of the from one location to another location, so that on top of that I can build very sophisticated network, that is the overlay. So overlay is something, once we build the underlay connectivity, on top of that we have to design something. If I just send the something packet on this particular road, this particular line, this might be chance it is going to be hacked. But if I build the very good infra on top of this, means I can build the tunnels. Once I have the basic infrastructure, then I can build the tunnel. And once the tunnel is there, then my packet is going to come from the LAN and it is going to hit inside the tunnel, and tunnel is going to give the high security. Nobody going to understand, then it is going to deliver to the final location. So this is something known as the overlay concept. Means any tunnel, and this tunnel could be your IPsec, your SSL, your DMVPN, your DTLS, TLS. OMP is routing protocol, but is also going to build tunnel, right? You can take the VXLAN, right? Lips. So we have a lot of like etc. We have a lot of tunneling protocol that is going to be a GRE also part of that only. So you are going to make the basic IP reachability. On top of that, you have to build something advanced level thing that is known as the overlay concept. Is it clear, everyone? So in SD-WAN, we have to build a lot of overlay tunnels. I'll discuss one by one. But first, give me consent. It is clear underlay versus overlay, everyone. Then I'll move to next step.
Yes.
Okay, good. So let me back to the lab topology. So in lab also, let's suppose this is my branches. I'll discuss what is this branches, why I can configure what is going to be happen inside of this branches. But let's suppose this branches want to communicate to another branches and the controller. They required first underlay connectivity. They required first underlay connectivity. Without underlay connectivity, they cannot form, just give me 1 second. They cannot form overlay tunnels with the controllers. These controllers are required tunnels. I'll explain what is the tunnels. These all are required tunnels, and also these sites are going to require tunnels. So they're not going to form the tunnels. Means there must be have the underlay reachability, then they're going to form the tunnels. This tunnel can be if branch to branch. I'll discuss again IPsec. If controller, this could be the DTLS or TLS. I'll discuss what is that, but they have to build a tunnel. So we have to use always this underlay and overlay concept whenever we start building this lab. So that's why I'm just explaining this concept. Now, one more concept. It's again fundamental of the SD-WAN. We have to understand. Let me write here. What is difference between the routing protocol versus routed protocol? Anyone? What is difference between routed protocol versus routing protocol, or routing protocol versus routing protocol? Routing versus routed. Come on, guys, you are going to become SD-WAN engineer. They are the basic things.
Sir, RIP, SPF, and ESRP are the routed protocol.
Okay. Sorry, routed or routing?
Sir, routed.
You're talking RIP,
OSPF, ESRP are the routed protocol.
OSPF, EIGRP are routed protocol, right? Okay.
Yep.
And routing, I guess, would be like BGP static routes.
Okay, very interesting. Very interesting, guys. Come on. Think, guys, out of the box. Think something, think. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. Whatever I get, the answer is wrong. But I appreciate your answer. Don't worry. It's not like I'm going to say something you badly told. No, no. It's okay. We are here for learning. But these are totally wrong. Completely wrong. Routing versus routed, what I get. Partially correct.
I'm audible?
Yes, yes. Mohammed.
Routing protocol actually we use for routing like WAP, OSPF, EIGRP. Those are routing protocol where we are
Hold on. You're saying something interesting. Okay, let me just note down your words first. So you're talking about only routing right now, right?
Yes, only routing.
Okay, so what protocol talking?
Routing protocol is like actually we use for routing, like
Okay.
communication between two different network, like RAID, static routing, RAID routing, OSPF. All those are routing protocols.
OSP. BGP is routing or routed?
BGP also routing.
Okay. So that's okay. And what is a routed?
Routed is actually predefined like IP, IPv4, IPv6.
Okay, very nice. Okay. That's correct, right? Thank you so much.
Okay.
Sir, can I say something?
Yes, yes, please go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Sir, routing protocol like a process uh, from moving packet from one network to another network, and a routed protocol is that like traffic that is routed through a network, like we are sending a traffic from a routed network.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Got it. All right. So,
And we can
Furkan, your voice is a little bit bubbling in between when you're speaking. So adjust your headset or might be go in the good network connections. It's understandable, but not very much clear. Okay. So
That
just
is, I was saying that in a protocol is the process like moving packets from one network to another network. Like
okay.
a, and a routing protocol is that we routed the traffic through a network, like
Mhm.
from LAN to WAN.
Okay. Okay. All right. So see, guys, if I discuss just broadly, if I talk, whatever the block I have written, I believe Muhammad Safi just told right. These are the correct statement. Routing protocol is a protocol. Basically, it is used to discover the routes. Means routing protocol is used to discover the route. How? Let's suppose this is the router, right? Router is connected with one network, might be the 10.10.10.0/24. And this is connected with another router, which have the another network 172.16.10.0/24. So if one packet is going to be created from this, there is a source IP address and the destination IP address. Source, let's think about it is going to be 10.10.10.10 and it is going to 172.16.10.10. So the packet is going to punt on this router. It is going to hit, might be this is G0 by 0, G0 by 1, G0 by 1, and G0 by 0. So the packet is going to punt on this interface, then it is going to consult with the routing table. Do I know this network? So what is my routing table? Sorry, Anurag. So it is going to consult your routing table. Do I have this route? And routing table is basically going to contain any of the routing base your this destination address entering the routing table. So the routing table is going to be created and routing table is going to leverage any of the routing protocol. That could be your static, that could be your RIP, that could be the OSPF and the BGP or EIGRP. Based on that, it is going to install one of the best route 172.16.10.0/24 to next hop IP might be this is G0 by 1, whatever the IP it is there. So based on that, it is going to transfer the packet from R1 to R2, but who is going to help to transfer? That is a routing protocol. Okay. Just give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. Sorry. So the routing protocol is going to help how to send the traffic from this to this. So your routing table is basically going to build based on the OSPF, EIGRP, RIP, ISIS, static. So it is basically used to exchange the routing informations. Routing protocol is basically used to exchange the routing information on layer 3 address basis. That is a network layer. Clear? So if I'm talking routing protocols, that is your BGP, OSPF, PH, these are the routing protocol that help to discover your network, how to reach to destination. But now what is my routed protocol? So routed protocol is something, a protocol who is going to carry your actual data. Means let's suppose this packet has been created. This is your packet. This packet have some kind of data. Let's suppose some Excel file. So who is this based on the source and destination are going to get a path. This is routing protocol is going to tell you the path information. But who is going to carry my payload? Who is going to carry my payload?
IP address.
So that's where routed protocol is coming in picture. So routed protocol is basically, it is going to carry your data. It is going to act as a carriers of your actual data, who is going to travel from this interface to this interface, and it is going to reach there. And that is your IP. That is known as the internet protocol. Or this could be the IPv4, IPv6. These are the internet protocol that is going to carry your traffic. And even the Apple Tuck, that is not going to use. So this is a difference between the routed protocol versus routing protocol. Did you guys understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's clear, right? Now what is routing protocol? What is routing protocol? So routing is going to tell your path. It is your friend how to reach a destination. Just think about, let me make your life easy with another analogy. Just think about, you are here, right? And you want to go on the airport. There is a multiple path, right? Path 1, path 2, path 3. But you do not have any info, do not have any info how to reach this destination. So what is going to do that? You're going to open a GPS. Like GPS is going to give the best path, who is going to, might be this path is going to take 60 minutes. This is going to give the 30 minutes. This is going to only 20 minutes. So he is going to give the best path by using, you can reach to destination. So GPS is going to give the best path that is going to act as your routing protocol. But now you here, there is only how you can travel here. Might be by walk, might be by bike, motorbike, or might be the car. So if you are going to travel by walk, then yourself is going to become the routed protocol. But if you are going to take bike or car, that means your car is going to be routed protocol, who is just going to carry from here to here. Yourself is going to become a payload, and he is going to carry you from here to, means your home to the airport. That is your routed protocol. I hope now it's clear to everyone. So actual data needs to be carried. That is a routed protocol. Shall I move next, or anyone have any other debate? All right. So I believe we understand a little bit. And what we can do, I wanted to discuss some more topic, but it is going to be too much. So can we continue from the Monday if you guys don't mind? Because if I start, it's going to take another 45 minutes to or 30 minutes to have this session. So initially we'll have to discuss a lot of theory. So can we continue from the Monday, or if you have any question, please ask me. I just want to make some small session initially. So we'll build a very good foundation. Is it good? Yeah.
Yes. What will be our timing, like batch
This
timing?
is the same timing. We are going to start. Let me write
8:30.
it. Yeah, let me just write. Hold on. So this is going to happen Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay? 3-day and week.
Sir,
And
can we another batch too?
sorry,
Like, can we join another batch too?
your voice, Furkan, sorry, your voice is very bad. I am almost not able to understand. Richard, you calculate your timing. Yeah, 8:30 p.m. IST, okay?
Yep.
So it is, I believe for you, it's
10
almost
10 a.m. my time.
10 a.m. your time, okay? Yeah. So it is going to happen on the same time, guys. And this is a class timing, 3 day in a week. I hope this will be the fine for everyone. And we are going to start from 8:30 till might be 10 p.m. So 1.5 hour, okay?
And also, I just had it seems like this SD-WAN is perfect because it's hitting enough of the IP CCNP stuff that by the end of this class, if I'm preparing for the CCNP on my own because I have enough networking background, I can probably be in pretty good shape to take the CCNP too, no?
Yes, definitely. Because CCNP in core, you have to understand theoretically SD-WAN concept. So that concept is going to be clear very much for you.
Yeah.
So theoretically means you have to understand about the controllers, right? You have to understand about the architecture, right? And you have to understand some basic terminology. So that also includes CCNP in core. So you are going to get from here very detailed one. So it's very easy for you for this preparation. Okay, Richard?
Okay. Yes, thank you.
All right. So I believe, I hope I add some value for you about the underlay and versus overlay. And also we discuss about the routing protocol versus routed protocols, right? So this is a basic concept. Still, we have to build very good concept before we start the SD-WAN because I'll make sure. Also, I want to discuss. Let's have the quickly. Just I forgot that. Just quickly, 5 minutes more. Okay. Riv versus fib. I just forgot. I was also about what is different with Riv and fib. Anyone?
One is like the routing table that is like on the fly, and the other one is saved or something like that.
Okay. I'm just writing here, forwarding.
Rift is like routing table.
Tricky, na? Can someone give me the complete answer? I know you guys are trying best. I really appreciate. But anyone have the knowledge who can very confident? I'm very much aware what is the Riv and fib.
Like when
The routing information base include all the routes for a specific destination, and the FIB has only the best route to forward the traffic.
Okay, good.
The RIP has sorry, this is reversal.
This is
The
a
routing
reverse.
base is all the routes.
Okay. So you're talking about they have all possible route, right?
Right, sir.
Possible route for
Specific destination.
any destination, right?
This is the
And this is the only
best route.
best route for any destination. That's the correct statement, guys. But how many you understand this statement? Who all understand? No problem. So I understand. I can consider no one understands. So let me just give the small analogy so you guys will understand this. What is the rib and what is the fib? Hold on. So this is only correct definition. And thanks, Anurag. So just a small question. So, okay. This is the router, okay? This is connected with this 3 network. This is running the BGP, eBGP, okay? This is running EIGRP. This is running OSPF. This one having this network. this one having this network, and this one also having this network. Now this router is going to receive a 3 network in the routing table. 10 network is going via the OSPF. This 10 network also going to receive via the eBGP, and this 10 also going to receive via the EIGRP. So this is the routing table. Means they have the all 3 network available from the eBGP, EIGRP and the OSPF. Now you tell me which is going to install in their sorry, not routing table. This is not routing table, my bad. This is your going to be RIB table, right? So this is your RIB table. So this read table is having all possible route. But who is going to install in the routing table? Can someone tell me? Which route is going to the routing table?
eBGP.
Why eBGP?
AD values 20.
Okay. What other guys? One answer I have. eBGP route is going to be installed because the AD value is 20. What about others? Is it correct? Yes, it's absolutely correct because if I have the 3 similar route, if I'm going to receive in routing table, so how I'm going to select the best route? So there is two way. One is the based on the AD value, and second one is the longest match. Longest prefix match, which is the subnet mask. So just ignore, all have the same subnet mask less 24. So this is not going to AD value. So one is AD value 20 eBGP, EIGRP having the 170 and OSPF having the 1110. So which is going to win? 20. So RIV have the all possible route and FIB. This routing table is always known as the FIB. This have the only best route, which is my 10 subnet via the eBGP. So this is forwarding table and this is your routing information base table. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. So I hope you enjoy this 3 basic terminologies. Still SD-WAN we have to start by next Monday. All right. So probably on next Monday also you have to work on the basic fundamental about the MPLS SD-WAN because that also we have to discuss, and then we'll start the actual SD-WAN sessions. Yes, please ask questions.
So before I start with this learning SD-WAN, any routing protocol like I have to understand like more deeply?
That's not a prerequisite because everything is going to be new here. But yes, one thing I would request, you should have the very good static routing knowledge. And if you have the BGP knowledge, at least building the BGP neighborship. OSPF we are going to use in the LAN also. So that is going to require only 3.
Okay, fine.
So everything is going to new, but this is just going to use for the underlay. These all are going, this is going to be the LAN, right? This also going to be the LAN plus underlay. Underlay we are going to build, right?
Okay.
By using this. And static is also going to be use the underlay. So
Underlay
in our
plus.
topology, in MPLS network, we are going to run the BGP here, BGP here, here the static. So these two are going to act as the underlay.
Okay.
Okay. So that's only prerequisite. Rest is going to everything new. Every term is going to be new.
Fine. Okay. So like as you mentioned, like we are going to have a class 3 days in a week. How much time it will take to complete this course?
Almost 2 months minimum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
So we'll try to finish within 2 months. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So
Tomorrow, is there a class or because you
no,
said on Friday?
tomorrow will not take because for due to tomorrow I take today. So we'll connect on Monday. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So tomorrow actually I have busy schedule, so that's why I take the class today only. Okay. So we'll continue for
Alright.
Monday. Meanwhile, you
Sure,
guys
sure.
start your like whatever I just explained. You'll get the recordings. I see why it's very important, guys. because I have seen while working almost 15, 16 in the industry and doing a lot of consultation project, I've seen engineers who have really great experience, but when they come to debate while doing the basic networking fundamentals, they always lack. They have the very good understanding of the BGP, OSPF. They do bigger things, but when I just or might sometime we have some debate and some discussion, so they're totally not able to give the right suggestions. So that's why I try to build a foundation even for the CCNA, CCNP, Palo Alto, FortiGate, whatever the sessions I usually keep take. People have the right approach so that it can be utilized in your future when you're going to do some bigger things. Okay, so that's why I discuss. Else, these are not actually part of the course content. Even I want to skip, that can be skipped. Okay, but yes, we'll do some basic 1 or 2 class more, then we'll back to our original agenda. All right, so let's meet on Monday. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Good day to everyone. All right.